This movie's 35 years old, so I can't go this season without talking about it. Next to Jaws, Alien is my favorite horror movie of all time. A perfect blend of horror science fiction. It's one of those rare movies that I can say is brilliant. I mean, it's got a brilliant sequel to follow, Aliens, and then two sequels and two crossovers that we don't talk about, especially that fucking AVP Requiem. But let's talk about Alien. The plot to Alien is that a crew, basically a trucker crew in space, is coming home from their journey, but get a call that they need to stop on this planet moon called LV-426 to check out something. One of the crew members finds this large nest of eggs inside this giant ship. It opens up, this creature comes out, attaches itself to his face, and once he's brought on board, some tests are done. The creature eventually falls off and dies, so you think everything is fine, but then it turns out that the creature laid an egg inside this crew member, played by John Hurt, and it hatches out of his chest and becomes this little alien that grows at an increasingly fast rate to basically kill off one member at a time. Alien is basically a slasher movie in space and follows a lot of the usual slasher movie conventions. A bunch of people stuck in a area with a killer killing them off one at a time. One of the reasons why I like Alien over other slasher movies, even Halloween, which we'll get to that later, is because it feels very different. For one thing, it's not in like some area that we're familiar with. It's not in a neighborhood. It's not at a campground. It's on a spaceship in the middle of fucking space. And basically the tagline pretty much tells you, in space no one can hear you scream. So the fact that these characters, who are not a bunch of teenagers who have sex all the time and do stupid things, the fact that these characters are in the middle of outer space with no way to get help, that makes it that much scarier. It leaves you really secluded, and you don't know what's going to happen next. And speaking of the characters, they're all really natural. I love how they're all like adults around their 30s, maybe 40s, and they really are intelligent also. You have John Hurt, as I mentioned, who's the first guy to go. And you have people like Yaphet Kotto, I forget his name, Bilbo from the Lord of the Rings movies, who plays Ash, the android. And then you have Sigourney Weaver, who really became a major actress after Alien came out. She's the one main character who like really knows what she's doing, and basically she's the leader of the team. I mean, Dallas might be the captain, but she's pretty much the one in charge to find the alien, and she's the one in charge once things get really bad. The alien itself is a really cool design. It's built to look like it can blend into environments. It has many unique features about it, like the acid blood, the stabbing tail, the little jaw within the jaw. It's really such a unique creation, and is no wonder why this thing is one of the most influential and famous monsters ever created. I also admire the slow tone this movie has. There isn't a whole lot of music. When there is, it's done effectively. But usually a lot of sound effects that are heard are the interiors of the spaceship, the alarms, the smoke, the water dripping. It's just very atmospheric. And combined with the slow pace, it works to the film's advantage. Definitely a big difference between it and its sequel, which I can't decide which one's superior or not. So there isn't much to say. Alien is really a great movie. One of the few movies I think is brilliant. It's 35 years old this year. It has a video game out now, Alien Isolation, which I've heard is really good. I haven't been able to play it yet, but I might, if I get it, I might do a playthrough of it. But basically, nothing can beat the original Alien. And, okay, in terms of aliens, that's debatable, but that's another time. So basically, for Alien, get off your ass and go see this movie right now. I would suggest watching the theatrical cut. While the director's cut, I think, is good, I'm more familiar with the theatrical cut, and the director's cut does answer some questions that I really didn't feel needed to be answered, but hey, that's just me. I like both cuts, the theatrical is just more my cup of tea. And that's my review for the 35-year-old movie Alien. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of the movie, subscribe to my channel for more stuff in the future. You can check out my video blog channel, AlexG8462. You can find links to my Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram accounts on this YouTube page. Go check me out on letterboxd.com under the name Mr. Robinson, as well as my written reviews on Geeked Out Nation. Share me with your friends and tell them about me. This is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one. Stay tuned for more reviews this week, and I'll see you guys later.